Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you how I made this junk journal for a girl that's turning 9, so it was her birthday gift. And yeah, let's get started. So I made the journal by using a cracker box, and you can see me here finding the seam and opening it up so that it's easier for me to trim the box to the size that I want the journal. Now here I have my pieces. The spine was about 2 inches and then the covers were about 5.5 by 7. And then here you can see me that I'm going to use a piece of white fabric, and this is to just cover the picture on the box so that it doesn't show through any of the fabric that I'll be covering it with. And also it adds more durability to the journal itself. And I started by using the Tombow aqua glue, but I was running out, so in a little bit I'll be switching over to the Mod Podge, which is also a great glue. After I added the white fabric, I trimmed off all the excess because I'll be leaving a gap with the final fabric. And when I do this one, then I'll leave about a 1 inch so that we can fold it. And here I am again using Mod Podge to glue that second layer of fabric, which is going to be the cover. So here I am trimming the fabric. Like I said, I'm going to leave about a 1 inch of excess so that I can fold it into the inside cover. And it's better to just have the 1 layer of fabric so that you don't have too much bulkiness on the inside. So here I've already cut the excess off, and on the corners you want to make sure that you cut at an angle. This way when you're folding over that edge, everything lays nicely instead of creating a bulk of fabric at the corner of the journal. And again, I'm using Mod Podge. For the inside cover, I decided to also use fabric, and I am fraying the edges so that it gives it a more kind of a softer look when it's laying against the other fabric. I decided to go ahead and add a closure to the journal. And for this, I'm using a ribbon, and I'm just layering that in between the cardboard cover and the fabric that's covering it. And that way, only the ends will peek out and serve as the closure. To make the journal more secure and also add some texture, I went around the entire border and added some stitching, going over twice where the ribbon comes out so that it just adds extra security there. So now I'm going to start putting the signatures together, and I'm using a mixture of book pages, scrapbooking paper. I also used some address book pages because they had that tab on there, which I thought was cool. And so yeah, I'm just folding everything in half, and any pages that are extra wide, I'm folding those in so that she has some interactive elements in the journal. And I'm using a bone folder to make sure that the lines are crisp, and this way everything will lay nicely when it's stacked. So with the holidays coming up, here you can see that I've included some fall inspired paper. And so if she goes to a pumpkin patch or anything like that, she can document those memories here, or the paper is just pretty, she can use as she wants. With this paper, I decided to make some pockets, and the way that I did this was just to fold the page up, and then once you bind it in the middle, you will automatically have some pockets. Here I have the signatures. I ended up with 5, and I'm fitting them to the cover to make sure everything fits nicely. Okay, so now it's time to bind the signatures in. And the way that I do this is that I cut a piece of scrapbook paper or cardboard or anything like that. I cut it to the size of the spine. And I fold it in half, and then I fold those pieces in half again, so in fourths. And so you will end up with 5 lines this way for 5 signatures. So it will depend how many signatures you have to bind in. Then I fold it in half again, and this will give me the middle line of holes, and then fold the other 2 flaps. And this is not a binding tutorial, so if you want to see one, let me know in the comments, or there's plenty on YouTube already. I can link to the one that I used where I learned how to bind, which was from Paper Terrace. And so here I am holding my template in with some paper clips so that it's easier as I'm poking the holes through. And yeah, you just want to use something that's sharp enough to go through the cardboard and also layers of fabric, and that you get a nice opening so that when you go to bind your signatures in, everything just moves smoothly through it. And I'm using the same template to make the holes in my signatures. And that's what I'm doing here. So now that I have the signatures bound in, the journal is essentially finished. I'll give you a quick little flip through. The inside cover though, that ribbon was creating a bulge, and I didn't like how that looked. So I was looking for paper to cover that with and also make pockets. So I ended up using this gold foiled paper that looked pretty with the inside cover. And so I'm going to go ahead and trim that to size and then glue it in. I also grabbed a new tube of the Tombow aqua glue, and that's what I'm using to glue the pocket in. Now we have a completed journal. Here I'm going to give you a look through it. Here I made her a name tag with a little pocket in it. I also made some of the fold outs pockets. I included some Christmas papers for the upcoming holidays. This little band of fake washi at the bottom. I also included some journaling tags and a flip out, so she has interactive elements. And that is it. I also made a little ephemera folder, I guess. I included some stickers and things like that, and I made a tear apart little notepad with scrap papers so that she can just tear out and make collages and things like that. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know below. Bye!